These are visuals of India's Operation Ajay. Indian nationals stranded in Israel have been brought back. This is the first batch of Indian nationals stranded in Israel being met by the Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar there at the airport. As they arrive, a huge relief clearly as Israel and Hamas are at war. And these are visuals of the Indian nationals, the first batch of Indian nationals arriving at the airport. The Indian Air Force had been on standby, but now clearly the decision is to bring back. There are 18,000 Indian nationals in Israel. That's as far as reports go. And right now we're getting you the breaking news that the first batch of Indians from Israel are back home safely. They are being met at the airport by Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar. It's a huge relief. 18,000 Indians will need to return even as war rages on between Hamas and Israel. And in fact, it's now Syria too that has reported that Israeli airstrikes have targeted areas around airports, including Aleppo airport.
Israel who've been dragged into this conflict, innocent people. As you know, today is the first flight of Operation Ajay, and this is completely in keeping with our Prime Minister's vision, Prime Minister's determination that our government, his government, will never leave any Indian behind. Any Indian anywhere in the world that finds himself or herself in harm's way, our government, our Prime Minister is determined to protect them, bring them back home safely. And I'm very glad this plane load of students and Indians have managed to fly back safely. And I think in a lot of ways we are deeply grateful to our Prime Minister and of course everybody involved, the Minister Jai Shankar, the team at the External Affairs Ministry, the flight crew of this Air India flight, for making this possible, for bringing our children back home safely and soundly and back home to their loved ones. And this is certainly something that is a signature of our government, that we leave no Indian behind in harm's way.
Sir, any message for those who are from there and they want to come back? Any message from the Indian?
No, stay calm, be in touch with the embassy there, because the government of India will certainly make all the efforts that are necessary to bring you back home safe and to reunite you with your families. This is something that our government has done repeatedly, will always do. Every time that an Indian finds himself in harm's way, our government will step up and do whatever is necessary to bring them back home safely.
So Operation Ajay comes back with its first batch of Indian students and the unit.
कितने टाइम से हैं वहाँ?
इजराइल में मैं पिछले साल 2023 के अक्टूबर महीने में गया था और अभी 1 साल हो गए थे मेरे इजराइल में।
क्या कर रहे हैं?
और मैं इजराइल में अपना PhD डिग्री के लिए गया था।
आप इजराइल में कहाँ रह रहे हैं?
इजराइल में मैं हाइफा टेक्नियन यूनिवर्सिटी में अपनी PhD डिग्री कर रहा था।
तो सर आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे कि पिछले 3-4 दिन कैसे रहे, किस तरीके से निकाला?
तो जैसे ही हमें पता चला कि इजराइल में वॉर स्टार्ट हो गया है, तो स्टार्टिंग में थोड़े दिन हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि ऐसा कुछ रॉकेट या सायरन की एक्सपेक्टेशन बहुत ज़्यादा थी। हाइफा में कल रात में एक बार सायरन बजा था तो स्टूडेंट्स थोड़े घबरा गए थे, बट फिर बाद में जब पता चला कि वो एक फॉल्स अलार्म था तो हाइफा में थोड़ी सुरक्षित फील कर रहे थे हम लोग और टेक्नियन में भी काफ़ी सुरक्षा फील करा रही थी। बट उसके बाद जब मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स ने जो स्टेप लिया हम लोग को वहाँ से निकालने के लिए, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन वो बहुत सही टाइम पे लिया, क्योंकि अगर इससे ज़्यादा अगर 1 दिन और या 2 दिन और रुकते तो मे बी सिचुएशन और ज़्यादा ख़राब हो सकती थी वहाँ पर।
यहाँ फैमिली के बारे में बताइए कि उनका क्या हाल था जब उनको पता चला कि आप वहाँ पर फंसे हुए हैं?
तो जैसे ही इजराइल में वॉर शुरू हुआ उसके बाद तो फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स और हर जगह से काफ़ी कॉल्स और मैसेजेस आने लगे पूछने के लिए कि वहाँ स्थिति कैसी है, और सारे लोग घबरा चुके थे और सबका यही मानना था कि जितनी जल्दी हो सके वहाँ से निकाला जाए। तो सब लोग घबराए हुए थे बेसिकली।
तो आपको इवैक्यूएशन के लिए आप किसी को थैंक्स करना चाहेंगे?
हाँ, इवैक्यूएशन के लिए मैं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स जिसने सही टाइम पे ये स्टेप लिया कि हम लोग को बाहर निकाला जाए, उनको थैंक करूँगा। ऑफ कोर्स फॉरेन एक्सटर्नल मिनिस्टर को जयशंकर को जी को थैंक्स कहना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने एकदम सही टाइम पे ये डिसीजन लिया है।
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू सो मच। हाँ?
So Operation Ajay brings back the first batch of 212 Indians safely. Operation Ajay was launched ever since it was announced on Wednesday by the Minister of External Affairs, S. Jaishankar. It was announced on X, and the first batch took the first flight on Thursday. The Indian Embassy in Israel has already began by emailing the first lot of registered Indian citizens for the special flight which took off on Thursday. Special chartered flights are being run as part of Operation Ajay, and there are 18,000 Indians, as I've been saying, who are in Israel. They are all registered citizens, and messages will be going to them as well, and they will be returning on subsequent flights. Around-the-clock control room has also been set up in Delhi, and separate emergency helplines have been set up in Tel Aviv as well by the by the Ministry of External Affairs, in Ramallah as well, to monitor the situation in the war-torn regions and provide information and assistance to Indian citizens who would like to return. Israel itself has around 18,000 Indian citizens.